Welcome to the Benz Nightshow. It is the 6th of November 2020. We are now on episode number 35. Episode number 35 sa The Benz Nightshow. And samantong 2 days after sa elections United States, wala pa gyapon winner pero nanay leading candidates. So, sit tight sa mga kaigsunan, and thank you for being with me. And I hope nga okay, and I hope nga ready mo diya. Salamat sa iyong pakiguban kanako. Okay, so far okay. All right. Oy, isa ni si Ma'am Rochelle ba? Si Ma'am Cheryl ba? Si Ma'am Cheryl Cortez, good evening diha, ma'am. Magigamit nimo ang account sa ni the late Sir Victor. So, Ma'am Cheryl Cherry. Sorry, Ma'am Cheryl. Cortez, and as I mentioned last night, dito ko sa ila kagapon sa 40th podcast, no? Sa 40 Dias ni Sir Victor Cortez, ma'am. So, pasubok ninyo, ma'am, o sa imong family. Isabot niyo na. Salamat, ma'am. Nadegi pang hatag to si Ma'am Cheryl nga mga kuan, mga tambal nga mahalon nga maybe magamit sa uban, amo niya nang i-distribute diri sa CBA TV, mga sa misa ngita sa mechanism sa una na to. Alright, si Kimbro naminato ron, wala pa winner sa iyo selection pero naanay winner. Winner si Trump, nag-wine winner. Ug si Jenny Ricarte, namina po na to. Good evening, Jenny. Salamat sa pagkikuban nyo kanako. Okay. Alright, and I hope okay atong news headlines diya sa ubos. Okay. Alright. Sige. Share ang ilisdan. Oh. Sa taas na mga lines. Okay. Yan naman lang na health headlines mo na. Hindi mo matay ko. Ang ano na health headlines mo na. Ay, asa mo na. Kiri. Ini. Di ba maugsod? Okay. Go down. So, ni adjuston. Okay. So, naglibog na ni atong kuhan na. Naglibog na ni sila. Health money. So, balik ka sa yes. Balik ko na to. Di man gyapon mo ugsod. Okay. Let's start. Okay. Lisod nila. I hope okay mo diha. Window projector. Ngali ka. Yes, down. Ganun ha. Dito sa... Wait. Okay. Si Dongsky na Minotaron o si Leonela Sivalius o si Francis Ingalls. Sa balik sa main. Sorry. All right. Sige. Si Mr. Renato Baguio na minaw po nato karon. Alright, ngarit sa di pa ta mo ngadto sa US elections, ngarit sa ta sa atong update sa COVID virus. So atong ilisda na atong background, atong balik atong COVID nga mga background. Bang unya narita sa atong yes unya okay, active na. Sakto na. Active na siya. And okay. Patanggamay background music. And then transition. Okay. Hinahin na sa natong music gamay. Piano. Okay. Alright. So, I hope klaro na ninyo karon. Kanya gamita sa atong drawing tablets. Daka na kitag magkimik, no? Right. So, ang headlines karon magkaisanan sa tara. Kita ninyo. Ako kay klaro, no? 48 million cases. 813,769 cases confirmed worldwide, and times 10 anak mo estimated cases, that's about 488 million worldwide. And ang namatay na makaigsunan 1,235,429. Okay, welcome Irene Bilbar sa Lahog, Eligo sa Cebu South, o Mr. Joe Black. Good evening, sir. So 1,235,475 deaths worldwide from a single disease in just 3 or 4 months. That's unthinkable. I mean, we're talking about the 20th, 21st century taran. No? 21st century naman ito, di ba 20th century? So, grabe na nga cases. Narita sa United States nga nag-election. Okay, the backdrop sa lang election, ang COVID cases 9,611,000. 9,611,004. 9,611,004 cases. Total deaths in United States 234,944. 234,944. Of course, diri ang sentro sa screen, makita na to sa sentro sa screen, makaigsunan ang area na atong gi-analyze. Then let's go to Japan. Philippines pa. Dakan pa mo Philippines. Okay, sa Philippines makaigsunan 309 saan tani Pilipinas. 391,809 cases. That's 7,461 deaths. 7,461 deaths. Okay ba itong mga headlines sa subos? Okay. Once sa tag-US headlines para makibaw sa tagong sa headlines sa US kasi sige lang tag-headline Pilipinas. Throughout the day, we're getting the headlines from the Philippines. So, nga sa atong program, headlines sa international. Para natay balance ng information. So, Philippines, 321,809 cases, 7,429 deaths. Japan, 106,104 cases. 106,104 cases. Ang death sa Japan, only 1,810. Oops. Dirita sa Japan. Next is Singapore. Okay, grabe mag-testing sa Singapore. Sumasakpan ganyan lang kuan. Right, so salamat sa pag-join ako mga kaigsunan. Si Mary Ann Flordeles, Lerlualdo, Cherry Ann Talaid. Magkwanda sa US election karon after ni update. So Singapore mga kaigsunan, 58,047 cases. Death sa Singapore, 28 lang gyapon. Dugay naman ay July pa man dihok sa Singapore. And the next, Singapore, Japan, South Korea, 27,195 cases. 27,195 cases and 476 lamang ang namatay. Sabi niya kung sa kuranan, I need a backrest ko sa kuranan, no? Sakit akong bukubuksik. Tuloy. 27,185 cases, 476 deaths only in Singapore, in South Korea. So South Korea, 27,195. Next is, of course, ano rin, Taipei na lang, Taiwan. Which is unbelievably low. Taiwan, 573 cases and still only 7 deaths. Murag sa Mayo pa na, namatyan sila. Only 7 deaths sa Japan. So, muna itong taon magkaigsunan. And then, next is Hong Kong. Atong kitang kanak. Muna Hong Kong. Ay, Guangdong itong tuplok. Taiwan muna. Macau. Ako ano ba Mayo? Taiwan. Hainan. Uy, nawa naman nun. Tara. Hong Kong kaysa na. 5,000. Naradiri Hong Kong, oh. Naradiri. 5,000. Okay. Ang Hong Kong, 5,361 cases. Ang deaths nila 107. Okay, mana sa Hong Kong. 5,361 cases karong gisuwat din ha. Of deaths 107. Which proves again every night that the Philippine COVID strategy is not effective. It was the wrong strategy in the first place. So, what happened to our economic lockdown, transportation lockdown, human lockdown? Unsa ni tabo ng mga lockdown na to? Companies, businesses lockdown. Grabe nang apit naman ta 400,000 ito na eh. So, may updates na to sa itong masalinganan, including the United States. Grabe. This election. This election. Kaya sa Philippine Minusa na minataron. Ikan sa Talamban. Okay, so okay ba ito mga headlines sa subos? Mura po tag CNN, no? Ang CNN, 100 ka buktano ko perita na. Dire, akarosa. Okay. Alright. Balik ta sa oh, manang naong na to diya. Okay. Time and time. Yes. Alin tab on ang green screen on deadline. Bang. Nah, balik kita. Ya, mura maggamay ra tong naong din na. No? Magamay rin sa no? Sa itong pinakagamay. Gamay, niya, ato siyang isender. You're seeing technology at work. Okay. Murag nasalip dyan na. Basta na slow yung magkangsan. That's New York. Okay, asan mo to? Saan ko na? That's New York, Los Angeles, London, and Tokyo. Maga. Okay. Okay. Set. Sige. And then background videos na. Okay. Alright, so merita sa US ko na. Updates. Ang summary makaiksunan ang electoral college still. So, votes nila ang confirm pa so far. Biden 253 electoral votes versus Trump 213 electoral votes. And then ang kang Trump makaigsunan ang what is needed is 270. Ang gikinahanglan is 270 electoral votes. Pagyapon. Okay. Magana. Pagkakantaan niya. Alright, so okay, here. Right hand. Okay, so 270 electoral votes ang kinahanglan. Ang kang Joe Biden, 253 so far. Kang Trump, 213. Ang importante ani kay there are more, okay, there are more states nga are too close to call. In other words, sobra kang gamay, razor thin, nipis kayo ang gap between the two, hindi pa nila matawag kung kinsay winner. But ang Secret Service karon, Secret Service nagpadala na. Okay? Ang Secret Service nagpadala na o mga agents. Awa nila, no? Kung hindi sila na, abti kayo. Ang Secret Service nagpadala na og mga agents. Ang Secret Agents nagpadala na, ang Secret Service nagpadala ng mga agents dito sa Wilmington, Delaware in anticipation of a potential Joe Biden win. By the way, tanawan na itong headlines. Okay ba na itong headlines, boss? The extra service agents. The extra service agents gipadala dito sa Delaware kaganina, matud pa sa duha ka sources, with one law enforcement source nag-ingon nga this was anticipated na. Some context, okay? Sa dang makadaog na usa kang candidate, ang United States Secret Service magpadadayon og detail ngadto sa president-elect. Okay? Presidente naman na actually. It would get larger and it will mirror the size and scope ang maong team sa sitting president. Additional airspace security measures are also implemented. And a team for Biden has been on standby actually since last week. We did not know the Secret Service si Biden since last week. Now, this is as expected. It's actually a little bit delayed. It's not telegraphing any specific concern. Standard protocol niya. Kagabon, naka-observe ang mga media men nga dito'y additional security assets sa motorcade ni Biden consistent with presidential entourages that are equipped to handle a wide variety of threats and situations and are not part of the typical Secret Service teams that a candidate receives, in addition to Biden's original detail. So, si Biden, kay moment siya presidential candidate sa other major party, nanagid siya security akondaan, kanang Secret Service daan. Okay, probable gito siya nga president. Yeah, a lot of people would try to assassinate a probable president. Oy, ning tingog ni gyud si Mitch McConnell, ang wa man sila president sa Senate sa United States, majority leader. Kaya ang majority de Republicans man niya, si Mitch McConnell may Senate majority leader, ning sulti siya dito sa Louisville, Kentucky, magkaigsunan. Ingon siya, any legal vote should be counted. Any illegally submitted ballots must not. Morning yapon. Morning yapon. Gini siya mo kuan. Okay, si nigjo na to karon si Belen Zanoria. Kanindot ba sa imong mga background dito ben sa imo ba? Si Vicenta Galon, si Cherry Talaid, gipagnan good sa media. Mayang gabi din na. So, si Trump, pataka man siya kuhan dito. Claim nga na ako ni fraud. Ang kang Mitch McConnell's tweet marks his first public comment since President Trump's remarks in the White House, in which Trump claimed without evidence that there was widespread fraud. There have been no legitimate allegations of widespread voter fraud so far in this election. Sa laing bahin dito sa Georgia, by the way, ang contested states karon is Pennsylvania, Georgia, Arizona. Murag ang Arizona kang Biden na gina. Wa pa lang officially declare pero daghan ng mga news organizations called it for Biden. So karon, kung daog si Biden sa Pennsylvania, wa na. Lapas na siya. Kay ang Biden karon 253. Ang Arizona 11. So 253 plus 11 264. So theoretically 264 na ron kang Biden. Wanga na siya unom para ma 270 kay ang makadaog 270 electoral votes, dili popular votes, electoral votes. So ang Georgia usa ni siya ka murabag close kayo nga contest. Close kayo. Okay, tampasan lang kami ilis ya. Asa naman gino, asa magitinood ninyo. Okay. Okay, mura na ba tag CNN? Or lupig na tong CNN? One man, single person, operator. CNN na, 100 kabog na, pila kabog cameraman, mga graphics processors, graphics mga effects editors. Ato, kita-kita kita. Okay. Ano ka? Libog ng tanim mo. Libog na sila. Okay. Sige lang. Ingatan ang badungan sila. Ito mga headers. Dito sa Georgia, usa ka county ang ginganlan og Gwinnett County completes counting of absentee ballots. Uy, kanina tuminaw. Ang county spokesperson sa Gwinnett County sa Georgia said the county has finished counting more than 4,000 ballots. He said they will key in those results starting 8 a.m. Standard Time, which is, of course, Eastern man sa ito pa, o nga karon na. 8 a.m. naman, 8:39 a.m. naman karon na. New York o tanawa. Hapit na. Nagsugod na sila. Soren said the only thing they have left to count are provisional ballots and any ballots that they have to adjudicate. Gwinnett County is northeast of Atlanta and is the second most populous county in the state. Ayay, after Atlanta, Gwinnett County din eh. Joe Biden has a narrow lead in Georgia with 99% of the state vote count reported. The state has 16 electoral votes. Trump cannot get 270 electoral votes without Georgia and Pennsylvania. So his chances of securing re-election will hinge on developments in the two states in the coming hours. Grabe na siya. Samtang naghuwat pa sa additional Pennsylvania. Georgia man to. Karon Pennsylvania sa maglibog na beta, sulok si beta. Georgia, Pennsylvania, Arizona. Ang Arizona lagi wala na considered na nato na ni Biden. Okay. Now, as we wait for more votes from Pennsylvania, here's where things stand in key 5 states. Okay, sa kuan ni siya karong adlaw ni karong orasa. Currently, Biden is only behind Trump by a little more than 18,000 votes in the Keystone states, Pennsylvania, after having trailed at one point by more than 500,000 ballots in the hours after the polls closed, after the voting closed. So see, Biden, after the voting were closed, nawahi siya by about 500,000 votes. Naguna si Trump. But, wala mo tumaihap ang absentee ballots, ang early voting o ang mail-in ballots. So, sa pagkakaroon, Pennsylvania, 20 electoral votes at stake. Current lead margin ni Trump is plus 0.3 percentage points. In terms of number of votes, Trump is leading by 18,049 votes and 95% of the votes reported. That's Pennsylvania with 20 electoral votes at stake. Next, that's Georgia. 16 electoral votes. 16 electoral votes in Georgia. So far, Biden is leading by 0.3 percentage points. In terms of votes, Biden is leading only by 1,097 votes. Huh? With 99% already counted. Georgia with 16 electoral votes. Ang lead ni Biden 0.0% percentage points. But actually in terms of votes, he's leading by a mere 1,097 votes with 99% of the votes being reported. So, pwede sakita ni dughan ni Trump. Iya mo ko ng Georgia sa okupasyon na. In fact, si Barack wa kadaog ng Georgia, kadua. Obama, wa siya kadaog ng sa state sa Georgia. Kadua, biya ito malansar si Obama kaya nato siya re-election. Pero napabali ni Trump, ni Biden. Biden now has an extra but a mere 1,097 votes sa Georgia with 99%. Ang problema ni, ito nga din electoral votes, more siya flip sa coin ba? Quantum ni siya. Win, loss. Wala may bawi dito o diferensya na kag 1,000 votes o diferensya na kag 1 vote, win or loss. And then, kung labaw ka by 1 vote, the entire state is yours. Murbag hantok ba? Hantok. Sa sungkaan pa. So, mura siya block voting. So, the entire electoral votes, just because of one popular vote, for example. So, di ka makingon nga, bawion ako sa ubang state. Di pwede. Kaya kung ano ba siya, mura ba siya block? 16 electoral votes. So you must win in each state to get that state's electoral votes. Mani gingon 0 or sana all or nothing ni siya. All or nothing. Okay, ngarita sa sorry. Narita sa Nevada. Nevada has only 6 electoral votes. Only 6 electoral votes. And Biden is leading by 0.9 percentage points. 0.9. Huwag ka nikabuto 1%. 0.9 percentage points. In terms of popular votes, however, sa Nevada, with 6 electoral votes, Biden has a lead of 11,438 votes with 89% of the votes already reported. Grabe, no? Grabe siya. Arizona. Kani conceded na ni in favor of Biden by 2 media polls. Even ang Fox hanggang I think it's CBS. Arizona, 11 electoral votes. Biden is leading by 1.6 percentage points. In popular votes in Arizona, with 11 electoral votes, Biden is ahead by 47,052 votes with only 90% being reported na palagi ko mga 300,000 votes wa ma-count. Ang problema kay kanang mga votes nga wa pa ma-count, most of them are in favor of Biden. Mo na nga there are two major news organizations in the United States, including Fox News nga amigo kayo ni Trump, that they have already called the state of Arizona with 11 electoral votes in favor of Biden. Mo na nga sa ubang counting ron ang 253 current 253 electoral votes ni Biden. Ang uban gid mga nag-11, so now it's 264. If you have 264 votes, you only need 7 more electoral votes to reach 270 electoral votes to become the winner of the election. Ngayon sa North Carolina. North Carolina has 15 electoral votes. Trump is leading by 1.4 percentage points. And Trump is ahead in North Carolina by 76,737 votes. But the thing is, only 95% of votes have been reported yet. And by the way, bisan pangato ng North Carolina ni Trump, gikuha naman na suban, imbra mag-ilam lang kwenta na. Kung madaog ni si Biden sa Georgia or Pennsylvania, goodbye, bunot. Ang supporter kayo ni Trump, ang former New Jersey governor nga si Chris Christie, Republican, former na lang siya. Advisor ni Trump, advisor sa itong debate. Trump's White House remarks, iyang giingnan ni Governor Chris Christie, lakin siya. Inflame without informing. Makuno to'y characterization niya sa speech ni Trump. Murag nagpalayo-layo na siya siyang Trump na. Kaya ba niya piliyon si Trump? Matod pa ni Chris Christie. So if this stuff is going on, that the president is talking about, all of us want it ferreted out because it would undercut everything that we believe in our system. But as a prosecutor, that's like asking me to indict someone without showing any evidence. Ay, can si Chris Christie, former prosecutor, lawyer na ini. If you're gonna say those things from behind the podium of the White House, it is right to do it. It is right to pursue legal action, but show us the evidence. Matod pa ni Chris Christie, Trump so far has not shown any evidence to back up his claim of fraud, which have been completely unsubstantiated. Dito ni siya sa White House, sa briefing room. Siya good mismo. And he did not take questions after that 17-minute talk. Dito siya. Kaya mo siya, question nun siya, di siya kakuha. Patubag. And in fact, ang Trump campaign, nag-sit up, kunuhay sila og voter fraud hotline. Manawag na, ilar pong sinuhulan. So it all boils down to Pennsylvania. Og si Trump kuno, nagsulti na siya mga supporters. Trump has told people he has no plans to concede. In conversations with allies in recent days, Trump has said he has no intention to concede the election to Joe Biden, even if his path to a second term in office is effectively blocked by losses in places like Georgia and Pennsylvania. Ang iyang mga staff, including Chief of Staff Mark Meadows, have not attempted to bring Trump to terms of what's happening and have instead fed his baseless claim that the election is being stolen from him. O just in, mga kaigsunan, Biden takes the lead in Pennsylvania. Democratic Joe Biden has taken the lead in Pennsylvania over President Trump, and Trump cannot be re-elected if he doesn't win the 20 electoral votes of Pennsylvania, no matter how many states he wins. His chances of securing re-election will hinge on the developments in Pennsylvania. Yay! Upagin na ha, pagkawasan na. O kinsa maning namina na tugikan sa Abu Dhabi. Si Neil Panyaris gikan sa Abu Dhabi. Si Lynn Cabahog gikan sa Sugod. Si Milos Zigora, if na pa electoral college, will it be beneficial to us? No, dili na beneficial na to. Anyway, di masanta state good. Yeah. Ang electoral college before was to protect the states. Kaya na may mga state nga ma-overwhelm sila kung popular votes may gamiton. Kanon ni silang mapildi. So karon nag-electoral college sila. Okay, remember they were separate states. Kita mo tayo separate state. One nasod naman ta siya. Mana nga what ana mga bahin-bahin. 5,587 votes na ang labaw sa Pennsylvania ko, no? Matod pa ni Neil. Lagi na. Neil Bansalo Panyaris. Lagi na, sir. Ang problema. 5,000 yung lead. Malapasan pa din na ni Trump. So, tonight, inigmata, karong kadlawon magkaigsunan. Siguro karong mga alas 3 sa kadlawon, i-announce na nakadaog na si Biden. Ha? Timanin ninyo ha? I-recorded ba ni? Naman ni. 3 a.m. Ang panagda na, 3 a.m. i-announce na nadaog na ni Biden ang Pennsylvania o niya makuha na niya. Mag-presidente na siya. Kamabot siya 270. More than 270 votes. Plus, ang Georgia o ang Nevada, kanang tulo, goodbye Trump. Sa usa lang lagi. O si Mamang Astoria, naminaw sa Spokane, Washington State. Washington State, Biden man na. How about our regions as basis and predictability of regions? Lisod kayo na ikuan ma'am in terms of election. Kuan lagi ta. One man, one vote. Sa US man good, at that time, di sila maka one man, one vote. Kaya one man, one vote, maalkansi ang mga southern states. Maalkansi ang southern states. Kaya itong nice livery. So, muna na counts nila karon. So, si Biden may lead na karon sa Pennsylvania o Georgia. So, that means mulabaw pa sa 270 votes ang Biden. Diba? Kuya kaya eh. Kaya nasa naman itong hopefully atong mga headlines na makatag po ng additional news sa finance, health, etc. Eksperimento pa ko na lisod ka na batong pero mura tag sini na. Dito sa Arizona murag kuan gina wa pa na gi-call sa ubang organizations pero wala nga rin na ni kuan gyud given na ni Biden. So 264 na gusto Biden. So Biden takes lead in Pennsylvania by a tight margin. A win in Pennsylvania which carries 20 electoral votes for Biden would secure him the election. Basta karong alas 3 kadlawon sa atong oras wala makuklaim na siya. Ang Georgia voters have been urged to check status of mail-in ballots. Pwede ka, ang imong mail-in ballots, pwede mong i-check sa computer. Voters in Georgia are being urged to check the status of their mail-in ballots as the race in the key battleground state tightens between Trump and Joe Biden. For example, ang usa ka voter sa Atlanta decided to check the status of her mail-in ballots kagahapon, the day after the election, after she saw multiple social media posts urging voters to make sure their ballot was received and counted. After she mailed her ballot back in October, ang usa ka babae sa Atlanta, si Joyce Lanterman, checked and saw it was marked as received. However, when she checked again November 4, the day after the election, she saw it has been changed to challenged for an invalid signature. I thought I was done and now I have to open this whole can of worms back again the day after, like not even the day after the election. It was so stressful. Georgia officials are working to notify voters that they can use their ballots, but many have not. They can cure their ballots. In addition, some organizations such as Stacey Abrams Fair Fight organization are recruiting volunteers to call voters and walk them through the ballot curing process. Ano siya? Kuyaw siya na. Ako lang, attorney, mag-amok gyud na si Trump. Kakuyaw, magrayot diri. Magwala ko no si Trump. Di sa siguro din siya pwede ana. Ay, wala na yung mutuon niya. Mana da police, di na mutuon niya. Ang mga kuan, di na mutuon niya. FBI, ano ba? So, ang lead ni Biden na 5,587 votes. Could be potentially decisive. Okay. Hapit naman tanan na count naman. Of the 31,412 votes that were tallied just a few minutes ago, nag-count nila, gitali nila, 87% of that vote came in for Biden. So, mana rin. The president cannot win re-election without Pennsylvania and without Georgia. Overnight, Georgia flipped blue. As I mentioned earlier, ang Georgia makaigsunan kaduha nilansar si Barack Obama, pilde siya sa Georgia. Pero karon si Biden na kadaog na. Leading. 6 seconds ago, Pennsylvania flipped to the blue. Blue man ang color sa Democratic Party. We cannot understate this moment. It's not over. Still counting votes, but Joe Biden now in the lead in Pennsylvania, in the lead in Georgia, in the lead in Nevada, in the lead in Arizona. And bombastic statements won't help Trump in possible recounts and contest proceedings. Matod na sa usa ka lawyer mismo sa Republican Party. Gisulti ni Attorney Ben Ginsberg. President Trump's series of lawsuits in multiple states and baseless claims of widespread electoral fraud are not enough to throw the election result in doubt. The credible path is to actually be able to produce evidence in the individual states to show fraud, to throw the results in doubt. Bombastic statements do not work in the recount and contest proceedings in the states. If you haven't developed the evidence on election day in real time, you're not going to be able to mount it and collect it afterwards. There will be all sorts of legal conspiracy theories, but the president doesn't have many options absent real evidence. Matter pa na sa ka Republican, di ka na sa party ni Trump. Lawyer. Grabe, ha? Grabe. Sa Georgia, Pennsylvania, nag-lead na si Trump. Si Biden. Grabe ni. Philadelphia updates its vote counts. Overnight, Biden added 27,396 votes, while Trump merely added 3,760 votes. That's Philadelphia. Philadelphia. That's, of course, a city in Pennsylvania. Okay. Gotcha. Kuyawa niya, no? Pero mo lagi na sa may gibuhat aning Trump. Ito na magaling. Magaling ito si Juan Charito Supino. Mag-storya na gud aning Trump. Okay. Kini si Trump, he had all the advantages of an incumbent. Di na siya kinahanglan pumobayad og advertisement because he himself is on TV every day. O kasabot anang incumbent ka, mapildi ka re-election. All you have to do is to do good things. Do not do bad things. Daog na ka. Incumbent maga. Di man Pres Pilipinas nga why re-election. Incumbent man ka. So therefore, si Trump, di na kinahanglan mo gasto pag election advertisement. Si Trump, di na kinahanglan nga mangita pa siya coverage. Tempa mo naman. Sorry. Man akong naong diya. Di siya mangita pang coverage. Dili na siya kinahanglan mangita pag media nga mo cover niya, mulakaw, asa siya. Naanatanan. And he doesn't even have to spend time on money going to campaign sorties, campaign activities. Kaya na may ang aeroplano yung sakyan. With all of those advantages in terms of exposure, money, resources of the government, and every day your face is there, ngano di man ka ma-reelected? You only have to do things right. You don't do bad things. You don't even have to be extremely good. Basta malipay ng mga tao nimo. Kaya economy o unemployment, ay na si pangaway, be presidential, do the good things, to the climate, race, etc. Wa ko kasabot nganong di na mabot ni Trump ang simple things. So, if you are the President of the United States and you cannot be re-elected, it's your fault. Because you have all the government resources. You have all the media attention. You have all the assistants who can give you advice. Just do not do wrong things. Simple again. Do not do bad things. Do not do evil things. And that's the lesson there. That's the lesson. If Trump lost this election, it means that he has squandered, he has wasted, he has obviated all of those inherent advantages attached to his being the incumbent president of the United States of America. So Trump, it's your fault. Hindi mo tataganahan magsigiguan eh. Anyway, salamat sa iyong pagiguban ka na akong magkaigsunan. Si Mr. Joe Black, Mr. Rito Supino, Astoria, Milos Sigura, Neil Pañares, Lynn Cabahog, Siri Antalaid, Vicenta Galon, Bilin Zanoria, Felipe Mendoza, Marian Flordeles, Ler Luardo, Elgo, Erin Bilbar, Renato Baguio, Francis Ingalls, Junila Ceballos, Dongski, Jennifer Carty, Jumidis Maturan, Doris Maturan, si Kimbro sa Canada, si Ma'am Cheryl Cortez, uban pa ninyong mga naminato diha nga nag-like o so good evening, thank you and good night. Og si Rodolfo Aloyan pagod nagkaabot pa siya. Okay, so thank you. And by the way, we are now on our 35th, this is our 35th episode. Dagan-dagan kita episode ani. Friday, November 6, 2020. Episode 35 of the Benz Nightshow. Thank you and good night. See you on Monday. Bye.